$8 million on cases? $8 million on cases? $8 million on cases? $8 million on cases? Wait, have I really been banned for 132 days already? Why does it not feel like it's been that long? Interesting. Okay, so it's been 132 days since I got trade banned. I haven't been able to sell skins or trade away skins for over 132 days. Hey, this is your daily reminder. Don't gamble. Instead, check out CSMONEY. With CSMONEY's super fast and instant bot trading system, you can get the skins you want in just seconds. With a massive selection of over 100,000 skins and filters with any search variant you could think of, finding liquid items or skins with the exact sticker craft you want has never been easier. And if trading isn't your thing, or you just don't have any skins yet, you can always buy any skin you'd like straight from their peer-to-peer marketplace, with items listed from thousands of other users. Massive thank you to CSMONEY. Link is in the description. And in that time period, these are how many Armory skins we've collected as a community. In total, we have now obtained 20,000 M4 A1S factory new and minimal wear fades. These ones right here. Now, as far as I'm aware, the chances of unboxing one of these is... Actually, you know what? Let's be precise here. The chances of unboxing an M4 A1S fade is a 1 in 781 chance. So, assuming it's the average, right? So 1 every 781 cases, someone is getting one of these. But then you also do have to consider that a lot of them are from trade-ups. But then you could say, oh, most of them are going to be 10% trade-ups. So then it's also equaling the same amount of stars, because then you need to do 10 chances. In my head, this makes sense, but it's like 10 of these. So it could even be more, technically. Anyways, let's just say this, right? 781 chance. It's really not that. But let me whip out the calculator here. 781 times 20,000. Okay. So if this were just unboxes, which it's not, that would equate to 15.5 million unboxes, right? I'm not even talking about how many stars. That's just unboxes. If it were only unboxes, which it's not, all right? I would say a lot of these are trade-ups. I don't know the exact amount, but that is 62 million stars. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. I'd be interested to see, like, if I just went to a random float, let's say out of like 200, how many of them are crafted? Oh yeah, it's more than half. It looks like it's more than half. Maybe it's about 50-50. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so every time it says crafted, if you don't know, that means it was traded up for. Every time it says quest reward, that means it was unboxed. So that's how I'm just looking at this here. Crafted. It looks fairly 50-50. Maybe a few more of them are unboxed, actually, than traded up for. That is wild. Very wild. Okay. Let's say 10,000, 11,000 of them are unboxed instead of this. We'll just divide this by half. So then, approximately, this is how many stars have been used on the M4 A1S fade. Each pass, of course, is 40 stars. That's 781,000 passes. Each pass is how much? Okay, $16 per pass. We go back to the calculator. That's $12.5 million. $12.5 million just on M4 A1S fades. Not even including the trade-up skins as well. You could, of course, say, oh, but the skins you need for the trade-up skins, or the stars you need for the trade-up skins also factor in. It's just too hard to calculate, so I'm not going to. Because you could do a 100% trade-up, and you could do a 1% or a 10% trade-up. Right? So it's hard for me to say that. But it is more than this. Spent exclusively on M4 A1S fades. That is wild. So we could probably say, including the trade-up skins, just shy of $20 million spent exclusively on M4 A1S fades, right? If we're giving it a decent estimate, you know? And probably being pretty low with it. It's probably over 20 mil. Let's just say $20 million. Okay? It's still selling for $600 a pop, with 20,000 of them in existence. Let me double check on that, though. Is that the Steam price, or is that the cash price? M for ONS Fade. Oh my god. Okay. Price Empire, M for ONS Fade. Boom. Okay, the actual cash price is about $421. 20,000 of them exist, and they're still selling for $400. That is insane. So, I mean, just to quickly check the market cap, 421 times 20,000. That's an $8.4 million market cap, with $20 million spent on them. So guys, if you want an M for ONS Fade, like this is kind of irrelevant from the numbers that we just found, right? But if you do want an M for ONS Fade, just buy it. Just buy it. Don't unbox it. I mean, you saw the numbers here. 1 in every 781. If you spend $20 million on M for ONS Fades, you'll only get $8.4 million back, which I guess isn't that, it's not that bad. I would take 8.4 milli. The ROI is 120%. Right, because you do technically get the pinks as well, and the purples, and the blues, and this can even be a little bit of overpay if you get a tier 1. Okay, so it actually is a little bit better than I'm making it out to be, but this is just a fun number to think about. But it would be more than that. It would be more than that. Because, yeah, you are opening about 800 of these, but then in the meanwhile, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 pinks as well. These are money. $66, $66 average. 800 divided by 30. You're getting about 26 of these as well. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, that's why it's 121% ROI on unboxing. I'd still find a way to lose money, though. Okay, so that's just the M for ONS, right? Guys. Who here is currently invested in an M for ONS Fade? Any faders? Does anyone have one of these? Is anyone faded at the moment? Okay, a lot of chat does. I do. We then have the AK-47 Be the Monster. Now, if we look at all of the Armory items, it is currently 130% ROI. So if you unbox this 1,000 times, you're actually making profit. Well, allegedly. I can't succinctly 100% with my foot down say that that's true. But that's what the stats say. All right? Let's take a look here. So the rarity values. 28% of the value comes from the AK. 30% comes from the op. Damn, this op is $141. Compare that to the Sport and Field collection, where both of them are an average of $66. The graphic collection's actually, sorry, not graphic collection, Overpass collection is actually pretty solid in terms of pinks. Purples as well, an average of $11. Blues, $1.37. Like, look, if I open one of these right now, it should be 130% ROI. Meanwhile, I'm about to open one of these. Oh my god. I hate this game so much. Anywho, 14,776 AKB the Monsters. I'm assuming it's also going to be pretty similar with crafting stats plus unboxing stats. So let's just say half of those have been unboxed. Nuts. You know what? Let's just add them all up together. Because now that we've already looked at the fade, we don't have to look at the other ones. So for all of the operation or collection reds, that's 40,000. Let's say half of them have been traded up to. Half of them have been unboxed. That's 20,000 unboxed. Each of them, once again, that's a 1 in 781 chance. 15 million. 15 million. That's 15 million times 4. 61 million stars divided by... Okay, the correct number is 41 rather than 40, because you get 41 stars per pass, allegedly. I haven't bought a pass in a while. I don't remember. That is 1.5 million passes. Keep in mind, bear in mind, this is just for the collection reds. And each one of those is $16. So Valve has made, just off of the M for ONS Fade, the Be the Monster, and the CMYK, just for unboxings, not even the trade-ups, they have made $24 million. In how long, once again? 130 days. My goodness gracious. And what's crazy is this isn't even that good for Valve standards. Like, let's take a look here at CS case unboxings. CSGO case tracker. Check this out. In the last month, we have unboxed. I don't want to take into consider the Anubis package, so let's do minus 1 million. Let's say 21.7 million cases have been unboxed. Just the key price. I don't even have to include the case price in this, right? Which they are making another 12% off of every sale on the Steam community market, and a lot of cases are being sold because not everyone wants to unbox the cases they get dropped. Huh. $54 million just in keys purchased for cases in the last month. It's almost like the Armory is a waste of time. Because in 4 months, they've only done half for making 3 new collections. They may as well just make new cases. Because here, most recent case, right? Kilowatt case is still being unboxed 2.5 million times a month. And we haven't even checked the Deagle. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good point. By who said that? By 4090. He says, yeah, but skin creators do get a percentage of the cases that are unboxed. And that is true. That is true. So Valve only has to pay like 3 artists or whatever to make 3 different collections. Because, you know, I'm sure that one artist could do all of this, right? And it all looks like pretty similar art as well. Same with this. It's probably all made by one Steam artist. And they probably got paid like, you know, a couple $100,000 for all of this. Or it's just a Valve employee, you know, could very well be that. But then they don't have to pay the residuals. Like when you're a musical artist, you get paid by IBM or something every single month or every 2 weeks. But with Valve, you're paid, I believe, every single day when you have a case in the game. Or when you have a skin in a case in the game. BMI, there you go. Not IBM. It's a different company. As far as I've been made aware with cases, skin creators, the thing is, this is all like super tight lip and nobody tells anybody anything. They get paid every single day. Or they get shown how much they make every single day. And then they might get paid at a specific time. But obviously it's hard to know, because if I ask anybody, they won't tell me anything. But yeah, that's why it is kind of better for them to do the Armory thing, because then they don't have to pay out on every single case that's unboxed. They just pay the creator of all of the skins one time, bang. Or they just have an employee do it who's already being paid to work on the game. So there you go, easy peasy. More money for them at the end of the day. Yeah, this is true as well. Armory is a good pivot for regulation. True. And I think that is the goal of the Armory thing. So it's like they can just add in a collection at any point in time, and then they don't actually have to like stay with it or anything. Plus, is it really like gambling? You could use the stars for, you know, buying a case, and you don't even have to open it. Is it really gambling? I mean, it is, but they can make that argument like, oh, it's a little bit more hard to say because you're playing the game to get it rather than just straight up spending money. It's gambling. But like, it's technically not, because if you get a case, it's not a mystery box unlock item. Gambling with extra steps, precisely. I wanted to look at the Deagle, right? Okay. Now, we've talked about all 3 of these, only using the reds as an example, not even talking about the pinks. Moving on to the Deagle. Not even here anymore. It was removed, I think, a month ago at this point. In total. Now, there's no trade-ups on this, so it's really easy to calculate. In total, 531,000 Desert Eagles were unboxed. This is the final number. It almost doesn't make sense. 513,000. Each one would have cost you 25 stars. That's 12.825 million stars used on Armory passes. If we divide that many stars by 41, that's 312,000 passes just used on the Deagle. We times that by 16 per pass, $16. That's $5 million exactly spent on the Desert Eagle Heat Treated. My goodness. It almost doesn't make sense. Like, for Valve to have just removed it and then not replaced it with something else. Think about the development cost. This skin probably took them like max 10, 20 hours. I would say 15 hours, 20 hours maximum to make. Maximum. And it was one bloke as well. Just one dude. And they made $5 million off of it. Off of one skin. Jesus Christ. $5 million off of this one skin. Which is, I mean, in my opinion, pretty lame. Like, if they were to make a very cool skin, one that actually has, like, you know, 100,000 patterns, which is what they should have done with this. Like, there's no way they set us up with a limited time item, right? A supposedly one of one, never before seen patterning. And then there's only 1,000 patterns. Like, this needs to be 100,000 patterns. And then it would sell probably $10 million worth. Because so many people would be going for that pattern number one. Like, there would be one definitive pattern that has the most blue. And that would be worth so much money. Like, actually so much money. $100,000 probably. If it was a 1 in 100,000 for the number one blue gem. Like, it's just such a wasted opportunity too. It almost doesn't make sense why they didn't do anything special. Like, sure, it looks different, but not really. It's just the case art and copy paste. Fumble. But they still made $5 million, so they can't really be that upset at the end of the day. I think the next thing that they will do is a Zeus heat treated. Zeus heat treated, it'll be another pink. This will probably come out, if I had to guess, whenever we get a Train 2020-2025 collection. Please. And then we probably get a Zeus heat treated alongside it. Okay. If we whip out our calculator, that then leaves us with $24 million spent just on unboxings, right? Probably like $35 million on the 3 collections total. Then we add that together with the $5 million just spent on the Deagle. That's $4 million right there. And then we look at how many cases have been unboxed. 1.7 mil from this month. Spent on the gallery case. 1.2 million last month. Then November, 2 million of them. And then October, another 2.2 million. That's 7.1 million gallery cases that have been purchased and unboxed. There's even more that have only been purchased, which have not been unboxed, like investors, if you will. And then there's also 127,000 of them on the market as well. Take conservatively, maybe 10 million of them in total, including ones that aren't being unboxed right now. So like this, total of 10 mil. So that's another 20 million stars. 20 million divided by 41 divided by... No. Times 16. There's no way. $8 million on cases? 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 Guys, this isn't even including the key, right? If you include the key, you're looking at another $16 million spent. So, like, what is happening, man? Like, so what did I say for the Deagle? 5 mil? Okay, so let's add everything up then. So we're looking at, again, what was my number? So we're probably looking at like $30 to $35 million spent on the 3 collections, and then $5 million on the Deagle, $7 million to $8 million just spent on the case, then another 15 mil spent on unboxing these cases as well. Let me add that all up really quick so I don't forget about it. Let's go conservative here. 30 million for the collections, 5 million for the Deagle, 15 million for the cases, and then 7 million for buying the cases. That's 57 million spent on the Armory pass within 132 days. But that's not even at all. That's only 4 out of the 9 things that you could buy. That's not even including the charms. It's not even including the stickers. I don't think it's possible for me to calculate charms, though. Unfortunately. Because we don't know how many charms exist in total. So, excluding charms, excluding stickers, which I'm not even going to make an estimate on. Someone could calculate that if they want to. That'd actually be appreciated. We are looking at Probably $57 million spent on just this, and what's now gone, the Desert Eagle Heat Traded. Wild. Absolutely wild.